So if I'm not getting someone to clear, I'm not scared and sending them over to the medical doctor. I'm going, maybe somebody else could work this out. Maybe somebody else could clear them. Because like God said, you never question the principle. When chiropractic seems to not work, you question the application of the principle. That's the future, if you can see it. If you can join the visionaries and play full out, that's what we can make happen. And by the way, these little groups are getting bigger throughout the world. This is becoming common, what's happening. I know for the longest time this was totally uncommon when you guys started this. This was not normal. This is getting bigger and bigger. Here's the 5 action steps to manifest our desired future. You've got to write these down, or at least write them down in your brain. Okay? Because it's not going to change unless we do something. Number 1, massive action step number 1. Launch a media campaign. It's easier and way less expensive than you think. The mixers are doing this all the time, the wrong way. Right? They've got these massive media campaigns that you spend a lot of money on where, Jerry Rice, who can barely speak English, starts telling you about chiropractic and back pain, And they're so proud of that. And it's so expensive to do all that promotion and promotion. Here's what we could do. Imagine if we had that kind of money to do this. How expensive is paper or emails? It costs nothing. You fax, you find out, here's what you do on Monday. We're on the weekend. Okay, on Monday. You call up every radio station, every newspaper, and every television station that is within your reach, that targets your people. And you find out who the producer is. Who is the segment producer of every single program, local program that you got. That's what you do. And now, every single week, you search the internet and you find an interesting topic about chiropractic. Chiropractic and autism, chiropractic and gastric problems, chiropractic and diabetes, chiropractic, and you send something to each and every one of the producers of those programs every single week. Once again, I'm saying, it's not going to be like, oh, right this way, the first time, okay? But what's going to happen is this. These producers, I worked in television and radio, these producers have to fill time. And the people that get on those shows, when you watch Today's Show, Good Morning America and stuff, the guys that get on those shows, they didn't just walk on. They actively worked their contacts until they had their in. They knew what their goal was, and they didn't stop until they got it. You want to be the man? You want to be the woman? Get on television. Get the cultural authority that Dr. Haas said. Let's take this MF out. Okay? This multifaceted man out. It's easier and way less expensive, but you've got to take persistent action. You can't just do it one time. You've got to do it consistently. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine if every producer in the United States had a flood of emails and things from different chiropractors throughout the United States every single week? You can't ignore that. Guess what starts to happen? It becomes normal. It's normal. See, they get that now and they go, oh, this is just some chiropractor trying to do that. If they got it from everybody, imagine if your practice members started saying, hey, I'd like to see, oh, dear general manager, I'd like to see a program. You got to see the testimonies at Dr. Kevorkian's office. You got to check those out. Let me share one with you. Let me share my story with you. Imagine they're getting bombarded with this. We got to get these guys on. This is normal. This is something that the public wants. This is good ratings. You know why they have me on in Peru all the time? Because the ratings go up. You know why? Because I don't go on like the stick in the mud, butt doctor who's talking about, taking out prostates. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about life energy, and I'm excited about it. I'm talking about hope. I'm talking about life expression. I'm talking about living large. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the power that animates the living universe. Massive action step 2. Let's get together often with like-minded individuals. Why? You got to prepare yourself to enter the world of nuts every week. Number 2 reason. Success leaves clues. Tony Robbins. Success leaves clues. Once again, I didn't do well because I'm good looking. As my teacher said, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay? I might be a few fries short of a Happy Meal sometimes. Okay? But what I am is persistent. I know exactly what I want, and I will not stop until I get it. You can be that way too. You just got to decide. You got to hold yourself accountable. These groups, they hold you accountable. You get together, and I heard you talking about masterminds. That's the whole idea of a mastermind, is to get together and say, all right, what's your challenge for this week? Well, I need I'd like to hand out 100 flyers this week. Okay, next week, did you hand out 100 flyers? You better believe it. If you didn't, on Friday night, before the meeting, you're going, oh, I got to get these flyers out because I can't look John in the face. All right? New Beginnings, largest chiropractic gathering in the Northeast. I think I mentioned that 100 times. September 30th to October 2nd. You've got to write this down, and you've got to say, come hell or high water, I'm going there. I don't care what happens, I'm making it there. How committed are you to your own success? I mean, I swear to God, I go see this chiropractor in my hometown. Every week he's got a different machine in his office, a different coach, he keeps trying different stuff from outside in. Go hang out with successful people and listen to what they do. Surround yourself with those people. See, if you're bathing in genius, if you're bathing in success, that's what the stink you're going to give off. If you're bathing with losers and you're bathing with failure, you're going to stink of failure. How do you like that for an analogy? Massive action step number 3. Join and become active in a chiropractic association. www.straightchiropractic.org. That's the FSCO. Guess what? In the world, the bane of my existence in the political world right now is the World Federation of Chiropractic. Yeah. That's the bane of our existence. A lot of doctors in this country, even the ICA, don't know how evil these guys are. They have no idea. How their idea of chiropractic is consensus chiropractic. Hey, what do you think a subluxation is? You know? Whatever it is. Do you think we should throw subluxation out? What's the consensus? Yes? All right, good. We'll throw that out. Chiropractic ladies of the night, once again. And they're bringing that to the world. They're trying to establish cultural authority. They're trying to duplicate the failed chiropractic system in the United States in other countries of the world. Well, that's unacceptable to me. Okay? So I started to get involved with this Federation of Straight Chiropractic Organizations. This is like a 25, 30-year-old deal. But they've been inactive. These guys don't do that much. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of the guys, I'm saying, there's not really much going on in this operation. So we said, listen, let's make some big, impactful, bold moves. And so I started to get other chiropractors from around the world to get together under this. Well, guess what is a big deal in the rest of the world? Your opinions as chiropractors. The United States rules, man. So we need more straight guys to get on these organizations and say, hey, this is what we're about. This is normal in our country. Because right now, when they go to WHO with the WFC, they got these whack jobs going, this is what's normal. Physiotherapy, that's what happened in Brazil. In Brazil, they went down there, Palmer College, thank you, the fountainhead of bullshit, brought down physiotherapy. And their justification, total egomaniacs, egocentric American, the ugly part of Americanism, said, hey, physiotherapy is taught in the schools. That's chiropractic. That's how we do it in the United States. And you know what Brazil said? Well, bully boo you. I don't care what they do in the United States. Physiotherapy has existed 50 years before you got here, brother. And you're duplicating their system. You're practicing physiotherapy without a license. And guess what? When the police officer came, the doctor couldn't say, oh no, come into my office. See, I'm not practicing physiotherapy without a license. He actually had to show him the machines. Get involved in this organization. Become active. I'm not saying just sign up. I'm saying actually become active in it. Massive action step 4. Become active in a chiropractic school. The world needs schools like Sherman to be the largest chiropractic school in the world. What's the alternative? Northwestern Medical College?
Life West, baby.
I mean, what's the other options that we have out there? You can't let this happen. They're graduating. The other side is graduating more students than we are. And then they're dominating the field. We've got to arrive in Cancun, and there was no people with Lays and margaritas waiting for them. Instead, they grabbed 3 of their guys, chopped their heads off, and started to flambe them on the beach.
No.
So the guys came back and they said, I think we're going to get out of here. We should go home probably. This is not a good place to be. And Hernando Cortez said, I know the past. I know where I came from. You all know where you came from before to get to here tonight. I know what the past is. For him, it was poverty. It was survival. It was low self-esteem. That was the past that he knew. The unknown was what laid ahead. Danger, fear, peril, possible failure, but also possible wealth and success. It's a risk. And at night, he got everybody together that was on his team, and they burned the boats. And at that point, he said, the next morning, we're all in. We're full in. We're playing to win now. Failure is not an option for me. Hernando Cortez. Failure is not an option for me. Hernando Cortez. I love it. Here's the greatest gift I'm going to give you, and this is the greatest gift Sid Williams ever gave me. You know, when I graduated from Life University, I was on fire. And now I'm not, right?
No.
And what Sid Williams gave me was this. He said, boy,
Boy.
boy,
Boy.
boy, you need 4 things. 4 things to take over this world with chiropractic. You need your mind. Think and grow rich. Think and grow rich. You need your voice. Speak up. Tell the chiropractic story. If you're silent, people die. If you speak up, lives are liberated. You need your heart. I love you. I'm glad you came in. I'm here with you. How can I help you? How can I serve you? And you need your hands. Adjustment. Yes. Phenomenal. Great. Beautiful. That was awesome. I love that adjustment. That was great what we saw with you today. Sid Williams say, you look better. See you Wednesday. See you Wednesday. Authority. Those 4 things. It's not machines. You can do anything you want in this world. You got to get over the fear. I'm going to leave you with this. Here's a typical mission trip. This man is named Dr. Christopher Taylor. He's from Arizona. You probably never heard of him. He's famous in Peru. He's a hero. This is him adjusting. We showed up at a town and we pulled out our chiropractic table and we just started adjusting people. These are the people that don't have a voice. These are the people we need to speak up for. Look what they're saying here. Bring the babies. Bring the babies. The doctors are here. Bring the babies. Check the babies. That's what they do, because they don't know any different. We told them, that's what you do. We've got to get back to that in this country. You've got to say, we've got to get to the point where you can say, I'm a chiropractor, and you go, great. I got to bring my kids over to check you. I've been looking for one of you guys. But the message has to change. We've got to start getting into life liberation. We've got to start looking at that vision, which is 6 billion plus people getting checked from birth. You've got to be able to see that. You've got to be able to see that every single day. And then you've got to get psyched. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to drop the low self-esteem. You've got to get rid of the fear. And you've got to improve your communication skills. That's it. You do that, and the world is yours. Thank you. And I bless you from above, down, inside, and out.